Sergio Perez has broken his silence regarding the latest shift in Red Bull's driver lineup. The 35-year-old Mexican is keeping his options open, with a potential return to Formula One as soon as 2026. According to reports from the official F1 channel, Perez is already on Cadillac's radar, but he's also in talks with several other teams. His future in the sport is far from decided, and the veteran driver is weighing his choices carefully. Perez's career has had its ups and downs, and after the underwhelming performance of the RB20, many in the F1 community believed he wasn't living up to expectations. However, after seeing Lawson's performances in the first few races with Red Bull, it's becoming clear that Perez may have been undervalued. While Lawson's time with Red Bull has been impressive, it hasn't erased the questions about the team's second seat. Could Perez find redemption and return to F1, or will other drivers like Lawson or Tsunoda secure their place at the top? The situation continues to evolve, but there's no doubt that Perez is making his case for a comeback. Sergio Perez has made it clear that if he's going to make a comeback, it must be with a team that truly values his experience and abilities. In a recent statement, Perez said that he's not rushing into any decision. He's giving himself at least 6 months to evaluate all the options available to him. Perez emphasized that he's only interested in a project that fully motivates him and where the team has faith in his ability to contribute significantly. With multiple teams reportedly expressing interest, including Cadillac, Perez is keeping his cards close to his chest. He stated, "If I find a project that motivates me, where the team believes in me and appreciates my experience, it would be very attractive to consider." For Perez, it's not just about returning to F1, it's about finding the right fit. According to him, a successful comeback is only possible if the project aligns with his ambitions and passion. His decision will depend on several factors, and the next few months are crucial in determining where he'll go next. Perez's sponsors have also played a significant role in his potential return to Formula One. Jimmy Morales, the head of Telmex, one of Perez's longtime sponsors, has shared his optimism about the Mexican driver's prospects. Morales echoed Perez's sentiments regarding a potential return to F1, stating that the right project must be competitive and allow Perez to perform at his best. He said, "Checo doesn't need to come back to racing just to race. He's already accomplished so much in his career. But if he does return, it will be because he wants to, and because the project makes sense for him." The support from sponsors like Telmex is a clear indication of Perez's importance to both his team and his backers. According to Morales, Perez's decision to return to F1 will not be made lightly. "We're looking for a project where he can shine, where he's able to focus and give his best," he added. This is a crucial point for teams like Cadillac, who have shown a strong interest in Perez's talents, making him a top candidate for their 2026 driver lineup. Mario Andretti, the director of the American team Cadillac, also sees value in Sergio Perez as a potential driver for 2026. After watching the performances of Liam Lawson in Melbourne and China, Andretti has started to recognize Perez's worth even more. In an interview, Andretti acknowledged that Perez could indeed be a legitimate option for their team. He stated, "Perez is definitely an option." Of course, he could be. Lawson's performance has made Perez look even better. Cadillac's goal is clear. They want to hire a mix of experience and youth for their team. Andretti went on to say that Perez, with his extensive experience, could play a crucial role in their lineup, and the Mexican driver could bring a level of leadership that would be invaluable to the team. At the same time, Andretti also mentioned that other drivers, including Valtteri Bottas, are in the running. Bottas, with his experience from Mercedes and 10 race wins between 2017 and 2021, remains a strong candidate for the role. However, Perez's competitiveness and the recent boost in his career since joining Red Bull in 2021 may give him the edge. As the 2025 season progresses, the situation could shift, depending on how drivers like Yuki Tsunoda perform with Red Bulls. New RB21 car. Red Bull's future direction hinges largely on whether Tsunoda can consistently deliver strong results. If Tsunoda fails to perform at a high level, the team might have to reconsider their driver lineup, and that could open the door for Perez to make a return. Perez himself seems to be keeping a close eye on developments at Red Bull. He pointed out that while Tsunoda certainly has the talent and speed, it's also about having the right mentality to thrive in the intense environment at Red Bull. Perez's experience in handling the pressure of being in the spotlight with one of the top teams could be exactly what Red Bull needs if they are looking for a more stable and experienced second driver. However, the team will be watching Tsunoda's performance closely. If things don't go as planned, Perez's potential return could become more than just a possibility. Perez's perspective on his career has shifted since stepping back from the constant grind of Formula One. Reflecting on his time away from racing, he shared that it has been an incredibly positive experience. He mentioned that stepping back from the sport allowed him to gain a new perspective and appreciate his journey. "It's been great to have this time to reflect," Perez said. "I can now see everything from the outside, and it's given me a sense of self-confidence moving forward in my career." For Perez, knowing that he's always given his best and made the most of his opportunities is crucial. He feels fortunate to have had such a successful career and remains competitive at heart. The time away from racing has helped him reassess his goals, and it seems clear that he is eager to return to the sport under the right circumstances. This new perspective has given him a sense of peace, but it's also reignited his desire to race again, provided the conditions are right. Looking ahead, the future of both Sergio Perez and Red Bull remains uncertain, but the possibility of a return is very much alive. If Tsunoda's performance falters with the RB21, Red Bull may have little choice but to consider bringing Perez back. This scenario could lead to a situation where Perez proves Red Bull wrong for not fully trusting him in the past. Perez has expressed his strong desire for Red Bull to succeed, despite the challenges he faced with the team. He remains in touch with many of his former colleagues and wishes the team well, even though it's a difficult topic for him to discuss. Perez concluded by saying, "I really want Red Bull to do well. I spent 4 years with them, and I have a lot of friends there. It's just that getting the best out of the car was a real challenge, and those struggles were something we all discussed." He also added that Yuki Tsunoda has the talent, but it's the mentality and attitude that will ultimately make the difference. If Tsunoda can rise to the challenge, it might end the conversation about Perez's return to Red Bull. But if not, the door remains open for Perez to step back into the sport, potentially with a team like Cadillac. So, what do you think? Will Perez make a comeback and show Red Bull they were wrong to let him go? And what does the future hold for Red Bull if their second-seat driver doesn't deliver the results they expect? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video that's appearing on your screen now.